Alrighty. Hi, everyone, and welcome to YFY Lunch and Learn, Crafting Smart Goals That Stick. This is our first YFY online event of the semester, and we're so excited to get the spring started. We'll have 4 events in total, so we'll talk about those down the line. But just as we're getting started, just so you all know, this meeting is being recorded. That's just so we can have it for future information. And then also, you guys are welcome to turn on your microphones and turn on your video if you would like to, just in the times that we do some debriefs and discussion. We're hoping that this is a really interactive and welcoming session. We are excited to get to know you guys. My name is Kayla. I'm the coordinator for new student transitions. Then I have with me some of our online student supporters and also our GA for online student support as well. So I'll do some introductions as we go, but we'll go ahead and get it started. So just as you're coming into the event, if you could, can you please scan this QR code? And this way, this will give it a little pre-survey and also allow you to check into the event. So we'll give everybody a minute to do that. Awesome. And then Samis also sent the link in the chat if that's easier for you. And we are going to get to know each other in this session. And so if you could, when you are finished with the pre-survey, if you could send a chat, or if you could send a thumbs up or a reaction or something just to let us know that you've completed that pre-survey and that you're ready to get started with the event. Alrighty, so we've had a few minutes to complete the pre-survey. The link is in the chat. If you are just joining us, please complete that pre-survey. This helps to log your attendance and also helps us to get a sense of where you're starting from. Like, what do we know about SMART goals? What are we excited to learn about in this session? And so got the pre-survey coming. Alrighty, so as you're finishing up the pre-survey and just as we're checking into the event, we just wanted to take a minute to introduce ourselves and our office. So again, my name is Kayla. I'm the coordinator for new student transitions, and I work specifically with fully online students. So if you could give us a wave or a like or a thumbs up or reaction if you're a fully online student. Looks like we got chat going. Fully online student, nice. So we got some fully online students. Our office supports all new students at UNCG. So that's our new online students, that's transfer students, and also the in-person students that are coming on campus. We've got several programs that work to support you as a new student, especially with all the needs that come with coming to a new college or coming to college for the first time. So specifically, in order to support you as a new online student, we offer something called YFY Online. And so you guys are already doing the first step. You're at a YFY Online event. And so throughout the semester, we'll offer several different online workshops and resources that can help you really find your way at UNCG, learn about what resources we have, see everything that we have to offer, and how you can best set yourself up for success as you're starting your journey here at UNCG. You can look us up online. We're UNCG YFY, and then specifically for the online, we offer completely virtual opportunities. So fully online students can also take a part in these events. So one thing that I want to specifically talk about is the YFY online checklist. And so taking part in this checklist is a way for you to get involved and to explore all the many different areas of your first year online and really see what different resources we have to offer. So this checklist is essentially a task to do or a series of things that you can complete over the semester that can really help you to get engaged and learn more about UNCG. So you can take a minute, look at the different opportunities on the checklist, and then if you're interested, you can scan that QR code and you can learn some more about YFY Online by going on our website. So I'll give you guys a minute, and I'm just looking at the chat right now. Yes, if we could, Samise, can you send that link again to the pre-survey? So again, if you're just joining us, do fill out the pre-survey. That can help us log your attendance for this event. Again, if you're completing your YFY online checklist, you're going to attend 3 YFY online events throughout the semester. And so definitely make sure you complete that checklist or the check-in survey. That can get us your attendance for today. Perfect. Thank you, Maya. Alrighty. Does anyone have any questions about the spring YFY online checklist? In the chat on my other screen. Well, if you have any questions about completing this checklist, you can always chat us in this call right now. And we've got Samise, our GA for online student support, can help to answer your question. Also, you can send us an email to onl100@uncg.edu. That's a specific online student email that can help get all your questions answered about online things. And so we're going to keep moving. So, any in-person students in the chat? Is anybody a fully in-person student? We offer a similar your first year for first-year students, for in-person first-year students. And so if you want more information about that, you can find it online at yfyuncg.com. Wonderful. So we do have it in person. So you are taking part in the Success Series. And we will make sure your attendance is also logged for the Success Series. It's a totally similar idea to YFY Online. We're just hoping that you can make the most of your first year at UNCG. Okay, so for both online students and in-person students, here's what we have in common. Why should you be participating in YFY Online and the Success Series? this is because your time in college is more than just your time in the classroom. It's more than just your major and what you're learning in class. All of that is so valuable and so important, but also what's important is your campus resources, making connections on campus, building some professional networking skills, and really working to make the most of your Spartan experience. And so we're hoping that the YFY, your first year program, can help to really set you up for success and making the most of your years here at UNCG, whether that's online or in person in the classroom. And to kind of document some of this experience, if you are to take part in it, we offer a co-curricular transcript at UNCG. So in addition to your academic transcript, we also have the co-curricular transcript where participations in things like YFY will be added to this. And then this transcript you can actually share with employers, you can share with professors on your resume to show that you are more than a student at UNCG. You were involved on campus, you made connections with faculty, staff, and other students, and you really made the most of your time here. And so you can find more about the Spartan experience online. This information and kind of this transcript is all housed in Spartan Connect. Spartan Connect may have been where you signed up for this event, but basically it's our platform for student engagement at UNCG. And so check out Spartan Connect. As you participate in things over your time, these experiences will be added to this transcript. So reach out again if you have any questions about that to YFY or to ONL 100 at UNCG. Okay, so moving forward, another reason that you should participate is YFY is known for giveaways. And so for our in-person students, in-person events, we often have giveaways at events, and for YFY Online, we'll also do some incentives for students, one of which is the YFY Online certificate. To symbolize that you completed that checklist that I showed you earlier, you will at the end of the semester receive a certificate of your completion that you can share with future employers, professors, clubs, and other things on campus. And we also offer some various prizes to the winners. So that's another great reason to participate. Again, part of your first year experience here at UNCG is really staying connected with the campus, whether you're in person or an online student. So I have for you here 3 ways to get in contact with us. So we have text and email for questions. So there's our texting line. You have to remember, even if you're local, use the area code 1336. You'll be able to text us and we'll answer any of your questions related to UNCG. You can also email us at YFY or at ONL100 at UNCG. Second, follow us on Instagram for any updates about the first year experience. And then also, we send a First Year Connect newsletter. So you should have received one of those already, but we'll send those throughout the semester, again, documenting everything that's going on for our first year students and ways that you can stay connected and stay involved. And then for our online students, here's our calendar of events that's happening for the remainder of the semester. So look at that. You've already made it to the first one, January 21st. We have 3 more virtual events happening this semester, so you can go ahead and RSVP to those if you're interested, and you can get connected with these awesome events. Okay, and then if you want to know more about what's happening next, scan this QR code. This will get you to the UNCG YFY page, where you can learn all about your first year events, programs, the Success Series if you're in person, YFY Online if you're a fully online student. Okay, so now what you've been waiting for, that's the introduction of our office and our team and what we do to support you as new students. Now we're going to kick it off and get started with Lunch and Learn, crafting SMART goals that stick. So thank you again for joining us for this event, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're back in the chat. If you could, please share your name and your major and what you hope to gain from this event. Give everyone a couple minutes, but everybody hop in the chat, get involved. Very nice. Nursing majors. A few nursing majors work on goal setting, set realistic goals to help me through my college journey. Very nice. Well, welcome everybody. And my online student supporters and GAs, if you feel so comfortable, you can unmute and feel free to introduce yourself or introduce yourself in the chat if that helps. So friends, if you're attending this meeting, we've got Samiz, Giselle, and Maya that are all here as our online student support team. And so Giselle and Maya offer online student support sessions, which we'll talk more about later. But these students are here for you as peer supporters, especially if you're feeling like you're an online student at UNCG and maybe you haven't met anyone yet, or you want to meet people outside of your classes. This team is really great at making connections and helping our online students to feel more welcome. So they'll hop in the chat.
I put it in the chat, but I'll also say it out loud. Hi guys, I'm Denise, the graduate assistant for online student success. I work with Giselle, Maya, and Kayla to help support online students throughout their time here at UNCG.
Yay! Yay, Samiz!
I'll do that too because I realized typing it was gonna take me longer. Hi everyone, my name is Giselle Vasquez. I'm a senior and I major in speech pathology and with a minor in human development and family studies.
Hey, thank you, Giselle.
I can go next. So I'm Maya. I'm currently a senior as well, and I graduated in May. I'm a nursing major, and I have a minor in psychology.
Yay, Maya. Yay. Okay, so everyone, so this is the online student support team. These guys are great. So we'll hopefully we can get to know each other in this session here and just make some connections. And then at the end, I'll share the link that y'all can sign up for their events, which they offer every week, and also their support sessions that they offer every week. If you have any specific questions that you would like addressed. Yay. Okay. So again, welcome everyone and get it started. Okay, so today we're talking about SMART goals. So let me pull this up so I can see you guys again. By a show of hands or reactions, who has heard of SMART goals before? We're in the chat. Anybody? Anybody? Yes. Okay. One person. Yay. Looks like we got some people. Very nice. Sounds familiar. Nice. So again, SMART goals are just a framework for setting goals. They're just a way that we're looking at making a goal. So it's a really good system for making some goals, and also just a good way to keep track of your goals and look at your progress over time. And then SMART goals also allow us to look at our different types of goals. And we're all people who are students. Maybe we have a job, maybe we have a family, and we have friends, and we have different types of goals that we're going to have in our life. And so a SMART goal can really help us to have some work SMART goals, or some professional and career development SMART goals, or maybe we also have academic SMART goals. So it can help you to also look at your different areas of your life and look at your types of goals that you have. So just to get the conversation going, share in the chat, or participants, you should be able to unmute and put on your video if you would like to. But how do you guys currently set your goals? And do you have any systems for how you keep track of your goals? Anybody? Anybody?
I try to write mine down, at least like in a notebook, or I'll have like sticky notes somewhere, like posted on my calendar. I have a physical like whiteboard calendar, so I know like what I'm working towards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great way to keep track of your goals. Write them down somewhere. That's a huge thing, is like actually handwriting your goals, or keeping them in a place that you can see them is huge. Nice. We have the same thing, keeping a note card each day with top priority items to get done. Yes, that's such a good one. Keep them coming. I'm watching the chat. Yeah, monthly goals. That's really good. That's working into the SMART goals, like working on the timeliness, working every month to set some goals.
I know for me, for my goals, I'm more of a picture person, so I do vision boards to set up my goal for either the month or for the school year.
Nice, that's wonderful. Yeah, doing a vision board, being able to really like see your goals, visualize them. That's wonderful. So it seems like in the room, a lot of people have some great ways of keeping track of your goals. And so just like that, the SMART goal system is just another idea. It's just a system to help you keep track. And maybe you can take what's working for you personally and kind of incorporate some of these SMART goals into your work. Okay, so specifically, just to break it down, just a learning moment here. What does SMART stand for? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So that means our goals have some framing to them. They have some structure. And we're not just throwing out some, I hope to do this or hope to do that. The SMART goals really help us break it down and look at, okay, so not only what do I want to accomplish in this time frame, but how am I going to do that? And when do I actually need it to happen? And most importantly, why do I want this goal to happen? Like, why is this thing important to me in my life right now? So we'll break it down even farther. So again, using this framework can help our goals have more clarity, more definition, can also help us to track our progress over time. And so let's say you set SMART goals, like this person who is saying every month, right here. Yeah, so if you set your goals every month, that way each month you can have that check-in. Or maybe every semester you do it. And so you can always check in each semester and say, okay, what happened? Now, how are we going to do it differently this semester? And then this in the long term has been shown to improve your motivation and your accountability, just with yourself and other people, whether it be your employer, your future employer, your professors, maybe you have a group project, so like people you work with, that sort of thing. Okay, so now we're going to break it down even farther and look at each of the elements of the SMART goal. So specific. This is really clarifying what you want to do. So here we're going to think about the type and the purpose of your goal. So for each of these letters, we're going to look at a goal and we're going to kind of workshop it through. And so if you guys could help me out, like in the chat, offer some suggestions, or you can unmute and just shout it out. But thinking about being specific, this is step one. So instead of just saying, I want to do better in school, what could we say? What would a person say? That's a great goal. Aim for the dean's list. That is specific. Watching the chat, people are typing. Yeah, spend an extra 30 minutes a day studying. Exactly, that can help you reach your goal. It is specific, it's measurable. So this is wonderful. So this, again, remember we have different types of goals. So this could be, I want to do better in school, but we can think about ourselves as more than just students. We're people who are working on a career, people who are working on building professional connections, people who want to have all the dimensions of wellness represented. So these goals could represent like your financial wellness, physical wellness, mental wellness, all the different elements of who you are as a Spartan, and again, heading on that full Spartan experience. So all the different areas of your life. So you can think specific goals for your different areas. So taking with this same goal, you want to do better in school. So now we want it to be measurable. So this, again, with the measurable, however you want to measure your goal, this helps you see your progress over time. And so here it could be you want to obtain a GPA of 3.5 or higher, or someone here, you guys both hit on it to get the dean's list. That's a specific number to hit. And also studying 30 minutes a day or an extra 30 minutes a day can for sure be something that you could measure or even time yourself. So these goals, again, have some kind of metric of being able to see, am I actually doing this, or how has this progress changed over time? Next element here is achievable. So with everything, we want to make sure that we're being realistic and that the goals that we're setting are actually attainable. And so here you can kind of meditate on what are your current resources, what are your current challenges. So if you're this person who wants to obtain a GPA of 3.5 or higher, you know, with our experience of being students at UNCG, some semesters are going to look different than others. Course loads can be different. And so you can ask yourself, is this reasonable with the courses that I'm taking this semester? So you don't have to answer this one in the chat, but you can think about how your goals might change from semester to semester based on what classes you're even taking. So that's something to think about is, are my goals achievable? Are they realistic? Okay, the next letter up is relevant. So relevant is all about, why does this matter? Like, does it fit into the larger picture of what I want to do with my UNCG degree? Or what are my next steps after graduating from UNCG? Of course, we all want to graduate, but what do you want to do afterwards, and what's the full relevance of this? So for our example that we're moving along, I want to obtain a GPA of 3.5 or higher because I'm applying for grad school next year. that's a reason why you want to get that GPA, and also speaks to your larger career goals. So y'all can take some time just right now, think about some of your goals, maybe academic specific, and why you want to achieve those. Like, why is that important to you? What's the next step that's going to help you, that goal is helping you to achieve? I'll give you a minute to think about that. And then finally, time bound. So one important element of a SMART goal is that it is time bound. And so this is not just leaving the goal to be accomplished whenever, or that you're never going to check back in on it. This is a specific time frame that you want to achieve the goal. And so for this example, they want to achieve a GPA of 3.5 or higher this semester because they're applying for grad school next year. So the key word here is this semester. So again, it's saying, okay, maybe it's time to put in applications, or maybe you have job interviews this semester, or maybe you're looking to add something to your degree that you want these metrics to happen this semester. So you can think about kind of the time frame of when you want to get it, and then this also gives you a goal of when to check in on your progress. And so the final element is time bound. Okay, so now we're going to take some time to do an activity. This is when you guys can have a chance to, whether it's more of a self-reflection, or if you want to reflect alongside others in the group, if you want to share in the chat, you do not have to, or you can just think about it more in your own sense. So we're going to do an activity that walks you through creating some SMART goals, and also just looks at kind of the realm of the next semester. So we can just take some time. Again, it can be a self-reflection, or you can share in the chat if you would like to. So step one is just consider your goals. What do you want to achieve at UNCG this semester? We're still so early in the semester. We got a lot of time to go. So what are your goals? I know a few of us in the chat, a few of the online student supporters, they're looking at graduation. So that's it, that's happening. Or if you're looking to decide on a major, or earn that GPA or the dean's list, like we said. So we all have different goals. So take a minute to just think about your goals for the semester. Nice. So everyone has some great goals going for this semester. A lot of balancing different elements of school, work, family, looking at adding some things to your academic journey at UNCG. All good things as we're setting our SMART goals. And so step one, there we go. We considered our goals. Now step two, we're going to think about your goals in a different sense. We're going to write a letter to ourselves. So like you can address the letter to yourself. And this is going to be done just for you, not for the chat, not for the group. Just write yourself a letter and think about what you want to achieve in the semester ahead. Think about your why for UNCG, for when the semester gets hard or for when things get tough with classes and whatnot. Why did you choose UNCG? Why are you hoping to finish out your degree at UNCG? Again, this is just for you, and we want you to really think about the SMART goal framework. And so think about setting your SMART goal, but also be kind to yourself and think about some words of encouragement and think about what you're excited for this semester and what you hope to get out of your time at UNCG this semester. And so you can feel free to write your goals just on a piece of paper in your journal that you have. You can type them in a separate document or in the template provided, and I will, in just a second, drop a PDF in the chat so that we can, that you can share. So we'll take, it's 12:37 right now, we'll take like 5 to 10 minutes to do this. So this will be some time for you to think and to reflect. And then we'll come back together as a group kind of at the end. We'll share a final debrief. We'll share some resources, again, to help you stay engaged throughout the semester and also to connect with those online student supporters. And so again, this is your time. Think about what you would like to get out of the semester and think about your goals. Okay, we'll take just like another minute to finish up your letter. You can always finish it up at another time. Just again, know that this is just for you, and just a moment to have some self-reflection before the semester gets started. Alrighty. So go ahead and put your finishing touches on your letter, and we'll look at steps 3 and 4. So for step 3, save your letter, whether that's electronically, like in a file on your computer somewhere. Don't send it to us. No, this is for you. So save it on your computer, or if you did if you wrote your letter on a piece of paper, maybe fold it up and put it somewhere safe that you'll know where it is throughout the semester. And then the final step of the letter to yourself activity is to either open it in a tough time of the semester when you're feeling like you need to remind yourself of your goals, of your why, like you want to think about what you were hoping to get out of the semester, like thinking back to your January self, like, okay, I need that beginning of semester energy again. So maybe you save it for a tough time, or you can think about maybe opening it at the end of the semester once you're done with finals, once you're even like register for classes for the next semester, once you've graduated. You can use their letter as a time to look back at the beginning of the semester and think about everything that you've accomplished and really see it as a great celebration for your semester. So save your letter somewhere that you will be able to get it again at this semester or at the end of the semester. So now some reflection. So again, feel free to add to the chat or to unmute and share if you would like to. But what did you guys learn this workshop? What did you learn about SMART goals? And what new insights are you going into the semester with? So I'll watch the chat over here. Lots of people are typing. This is always a good sign.
Personally, when I'm working on my goals, it's normally I always end up making these big goals that are stretched over a long period of time. So it's good to use that time bound thing. So I'm normally good to, create the goal that's more in like do it in 2 weeks and then check in, or for the semester, just a more concise time period.
Yeah, thinking about the semester or just in your time frame of your goals. Yeah. People are. Oh, nice. The memorization of it came back. Yeah, like what each letter stands for. And you'll find that different sources may have different things, but in a sense, it's just giving each part of the goal some recognition. Let's see, I've not heard of SMART goals. Very nice. Oh, well, thank you guys for coming and thank you for putting some emotion into the letter. I've these like letter to self is always a good exercise again because it's just for you and it's not often we write a lot of emails and a lot of messages and a lot of things to other people, but it's not so often that we get to even address something to ourselves and say like this is just for you and thinking about how far you've come or how far you want to go. Whether you're just starting your journey here at UNCG or if you are in your final semester and looking back at everything that's happened. So this is good. I'll give people some more time to send to the chat and wrap up with some final things. But yeah, just in a sense, I'm seeing from everybody, just being more specific. You know, you learned about some of the actual things that SMART stands for, and this really gives you a tool to just have in your to just have ready to use the beginning of a new semester, the beginning of a new job, just a new time that you can really sit down and think about your goals. And then the letter to yourself gives it a chance to be more than just goals on a sheet of paper. It's really more of a conversation with yourself and really checking in to see where you're at. One person. Some more typing. We'll let people finish up. If you have any final thoughts, you can put them in the chat and we'll definitely see those. But just to kind of close out the workshop, I do want to share some more information about our online student support and these wonderful online student supporters that are here in the meeting today. These sessions and weekly events are for fully online students. Again, to help you find campus resources. If you've got any questions that you don't want to have to look on the website, like you want to talk to someone about the question or finding the resource or finding the right person to even call about a question that you have. These students are here to support you. They offer, again, like I'm saying, the one-on-one peer support. So that's great for just questions. You can pop in, you can ask them for specific support. And then they also have weekly events. And these weekly events are more so time for you to go on to a virtual call, meet other people. We offer study sessions. We offer a session called Real Talk for online students where you can really just talk with people and just get to know other students who are also taking classes online and find connections with people in the virtual UNCG campus world. And again, these are UNCG students just like you. And so they've gone through it. They know about the offices to contact. They are trained on our different campus resources that we have. And so they know a lot about UNCG. And so they're great to get in contact with just for questions or for connections. And so there's the QR code if you want to see the full schedule to sign up for an event with them or to book a session with them. Scan the QR code. It's done through Microsoft Booking, so you need to use your UNCG email and your UNCG account to sign up for those. But we offer them every week. So check back. Again, onl100@uncg is also a great email to ask any questions if you also have any questions about these online student support sessions. So there's the info for that. And then again, thank you guys for attending. Our next slide, we have a post survey. Again, this will help you to receive full credit for the event. So we know that you attended this, your first year online event. So thank you all again. Here is the post survey. And once you've done the post survey, you're good to hop off the call. But thank you again for coming. It was a pleasure to meet everyone. And best of luck this semester. Good luck with all your goals. And final note, connect with the online student supporters. They're great, especially now that you have these goals in mind. They are wonderful to help you stay accountable to these goals, and they can check in with you on how things are going throughout your semester. So thank you all again. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Samiz. Yeah, Samiz has put in the chat our information, our office hours, and contact info. So thank you, guys. And again, come to future events. We've got 3 more events happening this semester, and lots of weekly events with the online student supporters. All right, online student supporters and Samiz, thank you guys for coming. I'll stay on the call until 1, but you guys are good to go. Thank you for your support.
No problem.
Bye, y'all.
Your help. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, and one last time, thank you for attending to the event. Make sure you scan this post survey and have a great rest of your semester. Thank you.